Our first guest tonight is a very busy man. His multi-Oscar-nominated movie, Belfast, is still in theaters, and you can see him star as an amnesia-stricken man on the run through the Australian outback in the new limited series, The Tourist. All episodes are on HBOMax now. Say hello to Jamie Dornan. Very good to see you, and you know, the movie is nominated for like 1 million awards. Has there been an official count on how many awards the film has been nominated for?
I thought you'd be able to tell me something like that, no?
78 awards. I made that up, but it's probably right. I bet it's right.
It's probably really close.
But I have a feeling, knowing you a little bit, that maybe this was an even greater honor. This is something you posted on Instagram. And tell us what we're seeing right here.
Well,
on the background, we can see what we're seeing.
Yeah.
The Belfast billboard.
Yeah, so that's the Belfast billboard. It's on Sunset. You know, I've been coming out here for 20 years trying to do this. This is a big thing. But yeah, it's beautifully placed behind
right behind the strip club.
Yeah,
the body shop.
My favorite thing is live nude girls, and parking.
And parking. Well, you can't.
I like that.
I mean, listen. Here in LA, it's a toss-up between live nude girls and parking.
Oh,
I mean, it's, a lot of people. You reach a certain age, you're going to take parking.
Well,
you know.
Well, I think I'm there. I think I'm there.
Do they have live nude girls in Ireland? Is that like a thing? I mean, I know they do at home, but
it wasn't for me growing up. No, I didn't know of any such establishment.
Oh,
no.
I grew up in Las Vegas, so that would be quite a culture shock. Yeah.
I remember there was a rumor that went around Belfast when we were still at school, saying that there's some hotel that had like a sort of after midnight or something, there would be girls, like a very cheap version of burlesque, I guess, like a kind of women in their grandmother's underwear. I don't know. I don't know what the setup was. I never went. I was too young.
Like the old-timey kind of can room type of stuff?
Yeah, whatever our version of that would be, which would be tragic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Well, but we had a lot of parking.
Oh, you did have parking?
Yeah.
You have to. You were on, I hope this doesn't embarrass you, but I know that you were on the cover of British GQ. There's your bottom part. And I'm wondering, did this embarrass you, or was it, I mean, your buddies and whatnot?
I'm not embarrassed. You know what's weird for me is that 19 years ago, I entered this like competition. I didn't know I dropped out of university. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and my sister encouraged me to enter this like modeling competition. It was like an early reality TV show, I guess, where if you advanced further through the show, you'd all live in an apartment and go castings together, all this sort of crack. And I went for it, got through the Ireland section, which wasn't that hard, to be honest. Anyway, got through the other side, came to London, and got booted off after a day in London. But the whole idea was, if the winner, the whole like bait was that the male winner, got to be on the cover of British GQ. So it took me 19 years, but
you did get on. I'm glad you. It's interesting that your sister's the one who encouraged you to do that.
Hey, no, it was like desperate times. It was like it wasn't like I don't think she thought like. I don't know what she thought, but you know, it was just like something to do. I was literally doing.
Do you remember the name of the show?
It was called Model Behaviour.
We happen to have a clip of Model Behaviour here because, well, that's what we do.
Yeah.
When I was looking at you earlier, I was thinking, oh my God, that's kind of a bit of a Calvin Klein look going on there. Are you quite up for that? You know, the old cleansing, toning and moisturising?
I moisturise, that's what I
do. You moisturise?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
There we go.
How did you not win?
By the way, that's my entire inclusion in the show. That's all. That's all they focused me. And I also lied. I was like, I still barely moisturise. It was like I just thought, I've got to say something that like they'll think is like makes me like remembers me or something. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm moisturised.
Something that makes you moist.
Yeah, something that makes me moist.
You know, you're not allowed to put the word moist on a license plate in North Carolina.
Wow, I heard that. I heard that.
It's a crazy country we have over here.
Listen, don't get me
All right, when we
started.
come back, Jamie's got a great show. It's on HBOMax. It's called The Tourist, and we'll have a look at that when we come back with Jamie Dornan. We'll be right back. HBO Max, are you okay? I should probably ask
I'm okay,
you.
I'm okay.
That was a very realistic.
It hurt a little, yeah.
I've not been in an accent like that, but I would imagine that that's what it would actually be like.
Well, I survived, so there we go.
You made it.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
This is a crazy show.
It
I
is
don't
a
want
crazy
to.
show.
I'm going to let you explain what it is because I feel like even just having a discussion with it with some people today, I feel like a couple of things were ruined for me. So
Yeah, it's very hard to talk about. Almost, I'll give you the sort of breakdown, the premise. I am driving through. It's a random Irish guy driving through the Australian outback. Seems pretty happy with himself. He's singing along in the car, and spirits are good. And then suddenly this big truck comes very close. They get into this chase. He doesn't understand what's going on. The chase escalates until that point where he thinks he's lost him, and then he does that crash happens. My character wakes up in a hospital and has no memory of who he is or why he's in Australia, why anybody's trying to kill him once he's informed. So we then spent 6 hours trying to piece that together, but in the weirdest way. And tonally, the show is kind of a bit of everything. And just when you think you're comfortable with it, it like sidebars you.
there are hints of the show Lost, I think. In
Sure,
there.
yeah, minus the jungle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you play a guy with amnesia? Is that?
I forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Have
Come on, lads.
to. Our drummer's asleep over there.
Drummers like this. He's literally like this.
I do have something I need to ask you.
What's that?
Last night, I had a conversation with Katrina Balfe, your co-star
Yes, love
from
her.
the movie, and she really threw me for a loop because I was curious. I've not been to Ireland, and I'm interested in St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
First of all, she was very clear in telling me that it's not St. Patty's Day, it's St. Paddy's Day, like with the letter D.
Double D, yeah.
Yeah.
Paddy's Day, yeah.
Why is that?
What do you say, patty? Like you put in a hamburger?
Well, his name is St. Patrick, right? So
I
we
know,
say-
but originally it's Padraig, which is Irish for Patrick. So
That
it's the-
explains it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. You've explained it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, now I can. Now I can continue with
There we
my
go.
life.
Okay, good.
And then the other thing, and it's funny because just my dad's Irish, and my mom is planning a big like corned beef rama at the house. Is corned beef not okay? Now I looked this up a little bit. Corned beef is. Have you had corned beef here in the United States?
Yes. Is that what goes into is there like a corned beef roast? Is that a thing?
Well, it's a brisket basically, and it's
Yeah.
sliced on a sandwich. You usually will eat it.
But a lot of stuff's happened to it before it gets to you.
Well, it's been corned and cooked, but other than that, nothing has happened to it. I don't know, maybe there's some weirdos doing stuff to it. Have you heard something? I
Like
don't know.
American Pie type stuff.
Corned beef, I feel like, because I read a little bit about it yesterday, is like it's some canned, disgusting thing over in Ireland.
Sorry, that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, it's a very processed.
It's not like that
It's like
here.
spam. It's like disgusting.
It's like spam.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We
not
don't-
what it's like here.
Nobody eats it like at all.
Nobody eats it.
No,
We eat it to celebrate St. Paddy's Day. That's like a big thing
that's
over here.
Absurd. That's
It's
not
absurd.
yeah.
How do these things get started? It's
I don't know.
crazy.
No.
So anyway, I guess you got wind of
Say
this.
patty.
Yeah, St. Patrick. Yeah.
I can't even say it.
Well, I know, I get it.
St. Patrick's
I'm not going to do it again, but at least you've explained it to me. So because I do want to celebrate in the traditional way,
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, and so you've ordered some ingredients, and
Yes,
I would like you to tell us what this is. This is something that you really eat in Ireland.
Well, this is
Go ahead.
this is as good a setup as makes me very happy. I will say.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Like when there's food
Okay,
around.
I'm a little hungry too.
Can I sit up here? Okay. So this is what I'll say. What we're making here is called a Tato Smashy. So this is what you do. Ideally, you find the cheapest white bread you can find.
Okay.
There used to be a bread back home called Mighty White, which was like
Wonder Bread kind of thing?
sugary death. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Anyway, you go heavy on the mayo, both sides.
Oh, 2 sides of the mayo.
So you don't muck around with light mayonnaise either. You do the real stuff.
That's regular ham?
Okay, that's regular ham. I actually find the cheaper ham, the better. It all comes from the same animal.
Okay.
You go quite heavy on there, right? You get like 5 or 6 slices. You get potato, cheese, and onion, which are a company. There's in the north of Ireland, where I'm from. Their cheese and onion are the best crisp they do. You put the entire packet on there. This is small bread, I'm going to say, and this is maybe the most exciting thing that'll happen in your day, your year, your life, is the crunch. Is why it's called Tato Smashy. You go this and you go.
Ooh, that's got a nice sound.
There we go. And you guys want to take a...
Here, let me carve that up for...
You don't cut it. You don't cut it.
You don't cut it. Okay, all right, we'll just pass it around.
Yeah.
All right. I lost half of the chip.
You good?
Can I tell you something? Yeah, I thought it was going to be good. It's about 6 times more delicious than I imagined it would be.
Well,
Jamie Dornan, everybody, the tourist of the show. He's a chef, too. It's on HBOMax. Thank you, Jamie. We'll be back with Louisa Jacobson. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I hope you enjoyed that video. Hit subscribe, and all your dreams will come true, assuming your dreams are to watch more YouTube videos.